Hello students, I hope you are all good. Today we will learn about principle of homogeneity, the applications of dimensional analysis and the limitations of dimensional analysis. So let's start with principle of homogeneity. The principle of homogeneity states that the dimensions of each term of a dimensional equation on the both sides are the same. Also only dimensionally similar quantities can be added to or subtracted from each other. We will take some example in the application of dimensional analysis based on this principle. After that, let's discuss the applications of dimensional analysis. The important applications of dimensional analysis are: first is that to convert the value of a physical quantity from one system to another. We can convert the value of a physical quantity from one system to another by using dimensional analysis and by applying the principle of homogeneity. Let physical quantity as represented in system 1 is equals to n1 square bracket m1 power x l1 power y t1 power z square bracket closed, where x, y and z are the dimensions of the given physical quantity. Similarly, physical quantity as represented in system 2 is equals to n2 square bracket m2 power x l2 power y t2 power z square bracket closed. N1 and N2 are the numerical value in system 1 and system 2 respectively. Since the quantity is same in both the systems, so N1 square bracket m1 power x l1 power y t1 power z square bracket close is equals to N2 square bracket m2 power x l2 power y t2 power z square bracket close. Second is that to check the correctness of a given relation. We can check the correctness of a given relation by finding out the dimension formula of every term on either side of the relation. If the dimensions are identical, then the relation is correct. This is also known as principle of homogeneity. Let us understand this by an example of second equation of motion. S is equals to ut plus half at square. By using this principle, the given equation will have the same dimension on both sides. On the left side, dimension small s is equals to dimension of length. On the right side, dimension of ut is equals to dimension of u multiplied by dimension of 2 is equals to dimension of length. Half dimension of at square is equals to dimension of a multiplied by dimension of t square is equals to dimension of length. Here, half is a constant and has no dimensions. Thus, the dimension of each term on both sides quantity are same. The equation is correct. Third is that to drive a relation between various physical quantity. When one physical quantity depends on several physical quantities, then the relation between the quantities can be derived using the dimensional method. Example: deduce an expression for the time period of a simple pendulum. The factors on which the time period T may possibly depends are given as: A. Mass of bob small m, B. Length of pendulum small l, C. Acceleration due to gravity small g, D. The angle of swing of pendulum theta. That is where K is a dimensionless constant of proportionality. Taking dimensional formula for each quantity, T is equals to K m power A, L power B, G power C, theta power D. Dimension of time period square bracket m power 0, L power 0, T power 1 square bracket close is equals to square bracket m power 1, L power 0, T power 0 square bracket close whole power small a multiply by square bracket m power 0, L power 1, T power 0 square bracket close whole power small b multiply by square bracket m power 0, L power 1, T power minus 2 square bracket close whole power small c. Angle theta is a dimensionless quantity, therefore small d is equals to 0. On solving this, square bracket m power 0, L power 0, T power 1 square bracket close is equals to square bracket m power a, L power b plus c, T power minus 2c square bracket close. Equating the indices of corresponding dimensions on the two sides, a is equals to 0, b plus c is equals to 0, c is equals to minus b. On solving this, 1 is equals to minus 2c. Then c is equals to minus 1 upon 2 and b is equals to 1 upon 2. Substituting in equation for time period T, from experiment we find out the value of k is equals to 2 pi. After that, let's discuss the limitations of dimensional analysis. The method of dimensions has the following limitations. First limitation is that by this method, the value of dimensionless constant cannot be calculated. just like the value of k in the above example of simple pendulum. Second limitation is that by this method, the equation containing trigonometric, exponential and logarithmic terms cannot be calculated. Example, sin x plus 2 is equals to 3, 7 log 3x is equals to 15. Third limitation is that if a physical quantity in mechanics depends on more than 3 factors, then the relation among them cannot be stabilized because we can have only 3 equations by equalizing the power of m, l and t, that is mass, length and time. Fourth, it does not tell whether the quantity is vector or scalar.